Now that the album's done, do we move on to wedding planning now? Is that the...
No, I'm actually shooting season 5 of Only Murders right now. He has to do some work stuff too, so.
Now you're planning the wedding, and I'm sure the music's going to be amazing.
Well, yeah, we're definitely not planning exactly this road, but we do want to make sure that the music's good, and
Selena Gomez is out here trying to keep it low-key, planning her future with Benny Blanco. But Justin and Hailey? They're turning her love story into background noise. Like, why is Selena even paying attention to whatever Hailey and Justin got going on? On paper, her relationship should be solid, especially after that messy rumor about Benny creeping around with her bestie, Teresa Marie. Yeah, that situation almost blew up everything, but let's not even go down that road again. Now Benny, he's still riding hard for Selena. He just did an interview where he said he's learning how to keep his girl happy and swears he's doing everything right. Sweet, right? But also, why does it sound like he's trying to convince the public? Like, chill bro, we get it. You're the good guy. And let's talk about that private engagement. Remember when they got engaged at the end of last year? They called it a quiet picnic moment. Private where?
Has Selena changed your life?
What do you mean? Look at me. She's the best thing that's ever happened to my life. She's my best friend. You know, they say, like, when you know, you know. Like, and I never believed that my whole life, but I actually met my best friend. Like, if we were the only people left on Earth, I would be completely fine spending every moment with nobody else in the world except her. My mom was like, people like you. And I was like, okay. And then like Selena actually showed me one of them of like, she was like, oh my God, my friend just sent me this. And it was like a person like sitting down their husband and being like, you have to watch this interview full. You have to be. And then I was like getting hate from guys being like, dude, you, like, well, now I have to be a better boyfriend. Obviously, like, listen to your partner. Don't be an idiot. Like, it's like very simple stuff.
That setup was so staged, it looked like a Taco Bell ad with props and everything. Not even exaggerating. They were literally eating Taco Bell like it was part of the sponsorship deal. Imagine getting proposed to with a Crunchwrap Supreme and 3 cameras filming it. Ain't no way that wasn't planned for views. So apparently Benny didn't have to trade Taco Bell burritos for that engagement ring. Dude's pockets are stacked from producing chart toppers. But in his recent interview, he still threw shade, saying, "Don't settle, ladies. Not for some dude who uses more hair gel than you. Like, why bring hair gel into this? Especially coming from the same man who once proudly admitted he's not big on showers and likes his juices to marinate. Yeah, still not over that."
I think to myself, I'm like, how can I make Selena's day better? Like, what can I do in my day to make her day better? Because then that makes my day better. And I wanted to find a person like that. And I know when Selena wakes up, like, the first thing she's thinking is like, how can I make his day better? And we have such a give and take. Like, I could never even see a world where I would ever yell at her. She would ever yell at me. Like, we don't argue like that. Like, I feel like we just have conversations. Like, there's never an argument. Sometimes she'll say, "This is so funny."
Oh boy.
She'll go, "I'm feeling a little irritated and I think I need like 25 minutes. And I'll say, okay. And then I give her space. And then after like 5 minutes, she texts me. She's like, "Hey, will you come back?" I miss you." but it's knowing that, and we have the proper boundaries set with each other. Like, I don't have to be on top of her every second. She doesn't have to be on top of me every second we're together. I just want to know she's in the house so I can say like, "Hey, I love you," and then go back to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because look, we're both highly independent people, okay? But we're both little mushes who just need to be attached at the hip.
Yeah, we are so cheesy. It's so fun.
But honestly, Selena might have done the smartest thing by leaving Justin in the past. She upgraded. Benny seems fully locked in and even talked about how much he's learned from his past and from watching others mess up. At 37, Benny straight up said, "I hope I know how to treat a woman by now." And here's where it gets wild. He was close to Justin during his come-up. Like, Justin used to pull up, get deep in the studio, spill tea about his relationship with Selena, and Benny just listened. Low-key, he might have learned how not to treat Selena from Justin himself. Benny even said, "There are things I picked up from friends, or maybe ex-friends. I'd see them mess up and be like, yeah, I'm never doing that." So imagine going into a relationship already knowing the do's and don'ts based on your girl's ex.
So I don't think Selena and Benny's wedding will follow a formula. I think it's going to follow feeling. I think the goal would be to create a kind of lived-in, heart-forward environment that feels curated but never staged. I don't see a perfectly polished mood board, but I see textures, joyful messiness, overlapping moments, cozy corners, and luxury that's really rooted in making people feel held. This won't be a wedding that feels sterile or like overly curated. I think Benny's style is eclectic and grounded in comfort, while Selena's is timeless and quietly intentional. So I'm going to expect color and pattern mixing. Think like unexpected combos that just work. Moroccan rugs with velvet banquettes, sculptural florals next to handmade ceramics. I think of spaces that will feel more kind of like a home than a venue. So something inviting, layered, and personal. I'm thinking also florals that have...
That's a whole cheat code. He also said he watches his friends do sweet things too. And he straight up borrows those ideas for Selena. Like, this man is out here taking notes and executing. So yeah, Benny Blanco's always watching. Always taking notes, like a relationship hawk. And now, he's locking it down. He and Selena got engaged late last year, and the wedding prep is officially in motion. Ed Sheeran already spilled the beans back in May, saying he RSVP'd to the big day, so clearly something's brewing. But then Benny tried to backpedal like, nah, Ed didn't get a real invite, just a casual heads up. Sounds like someone wasn't ready for that info drop? Because who casually gives out wedding heads-ups without having a date in mind? That just doesn't add up. Let's be real. If you're giving celebs like Ed Sheeran a heads-up, you probably already picked the vibe, the month, maybe even the caterer.
Back on making this album with him, what are you going to remember most about this part of your relationship?
That I get to show this piece of work to our kids one day. Oh, we really wanted to do that so that we had something together.
Wow, I'm emotional thinking about that. How beautiful.
Yeah.
Still, Selena and Benny are acting like they're just starting the planning process. But come on. With Selena's kind of budget, this wedding could easily be a full-on Hollywood production. No way she's doing some backyard potluck with red plastic cups. And don't forget, Selena was at Britney Spears' wedding. So now the question is, will Britney be on that guest list too? Imagine the guest list. Glammed up celebs, custom gowns, paparazzi in bushes. It's gonna be a whole spectacle. Even TikTokers are out here guessing what Selena's big day will look like. One even dropped her own take. And it was wild. So get this. Selena straight up said she's skipping the traditional first dance at her wedding. In an interview, she admitted, "We're not planning on doing one of those. It's a little embarrassing." And Benny backed her up, saying she's shy. But let's be honest, if they're ditching the first dance, that just screams massive guest list. Like, who's shy unless there's a whole A-list crowd staring at you?
Now that the album's done, do we move on to wedding planning now? Is that the...
No, I'm actually shooting season 5 of Only Murders right now. He has to do some work stuff too, so.
Now you're planning the wedding, and I'm sure the music's going to be amazing.
Well, yeah, we're definitely not planning exactly this road, but we do want to make sure that the music's good, and I'm gonna.
Still, can you even picture a wedding without that iconic first sway on the dance floor? Feels strange, but it looks like Benny's fully rolling with Selena's vision. The way he looks at her in interviews, like she hung the moon. He's clearly letting her lead this one. But here's the part that got people emotional. Benny recently opened up about wanting to be a dad. He said he's praying for it, manifesting fatherhood, and it's clear he's serious. For a minute, folks thought he already had a kid, but turns out it might have just been an ex's child he helped raise. Either way, he said, "I love kids. I love being an uncle, but I want to be a dad, for real." Now here's where things get tough. Selena has lupus, and she's spoken publicly about how it's affected her ability to have children. She's been honest about the risks, saying that carrying a baby could be dangerous for both her and the child. That's heavy. So if parenthood is in their future, adoption or surrogacy might be the route. And knowing how celebs do it, surrogacy sounds the most likely. Either way, it's clear they're thinking long-term, love, marriage, and building a family, even if the path looks different. But even with all that love in the air, not everyone's rooting for them. There's been a lot of side-eye coming from Justin's direction. Sources close to him claim he's been acting off ever since Selena's engagement went public. He's been throwing shade in cryptic captions, deleting posts, and acting like a man who lost the game and can't stop watching the highlights on repeat. Some fans even swear that Justin's been lurking on Selena fan pages, liking old posts and feeding the drama. And Hailey? She's been suspiciously quiet. No congratulatory message, no public response, just awkward silence and photos with forced smiles, like she's trying to prove everything's fine while the internet's reading between every line. Meanwhile, Benny is holding it down. No messy tweets, no slick comments, just pure, "I'm too grown for this" energy. But the drama's clearly circling them, and whether they like it or not, Selena and Benny's love story is being watched under a microscope. People are dissecting every quote, every ring photo, even comparing their dynamic to Justin and Selena's old flame, saying stuff like, "This is what healing looks like," and Selena finally chose peace. But peace don't come drama-free, especially not in Hollywood. So now the real question is, will Justin let this go? Or is he about to stir the pot again just as Selena's walking down the aisle? And just when you thought things were cooling down, boom, fans caught Justin wearing that necklace again. Yeah, the same one Selena gave him back in the day, the one people thought he threw out years ago. Now it's magically back around his neck during a random IG live? Coincidence? Please. This sent the internet into a frenzy. People started asking, is Justin trying to send a message? Is he not over her? Some think it's pure trolling. Others think it's heartbreak hitting him late. But either way, it's giving desperate. And for Hailey, that's a whole different type of embarrassment. Insiders say she's been fed up behind the scenes. That every time Selena's name trends, her mood shifts. And this necklace stunt, it might have been the final straw. She's reportedly been telling friends that she's tired of living in her husband's past. Can you blame her? Meanwhile, Selena hasn't said a word. No response. No sub-posts. Just out here glowing in her soft launch wedding prep era. And Benny? He's staying locked in, not even blinking at the noise. That's grown man energy. But with Justin throwing these little emotional curveballs, fans are wondering, what's his endgame? Is he trying to ruin her big moment? Or is he just stuck watching the woman he once had now build a future with someone else? Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. This love triangle might be over, but the drama? Oh, it's still running full speed. So Benny's out here getting all soft, saying, "I said I love you first this year." And Selena hit him with something sweet about how their album will matter to their future kids. Cute, right? But while that romance is blooming, Selena's still out here making silent moves that got people raising eyebrows. Like, why is she even thinking about Hailey Bieber? Even if it's positive, it's weird. Selena liked a post about Hailey's skincare brand being sold to ELF and landing in Ulta stores. Meanwhile, Justin? Crickets. He didn't even congratulate his wife on her Vogue cover. Zero love, zero public support. And then Selena reposted a quote that screamed loaded message. "You matter. Your voice matters. Your heart matters. You are worth so much more." Then she added, "You know who this is about," and told people to like if you know. Girl, that's basically a digital wink at Hailey. Like, I see you, and I know he ain't doing right by you. It's giving supportive ex's new fiancé watching from the sidelines on a burner account, seeing Justin spiral and still low-key caring, even if she won't admit it. And honestly, with her wedding coming up and all this attention on her, why is she still locked in on what they're doing? But while the internet's busy connecting dots, Selena's been out in NYC with her real bestie, Taylor Swift. They were spotted at Monkey Bar, looking unbothered and powerful. Selena even posted, "Yes, you did that, Tay," after Taylor got her master's back from Scooter Braun. Can you imagine the tea being spilled at that table? Between Taylor, Selena, Blake Lively, and all the Scooter Hailey chaos? Whew. somebody needed to mic up that dinner. Back in 2020, Taylor Swift opened up about her bond with Selena Gomez, and she didn't hold back. She said, "There's always been this quality of sisterhood. I don't say that in a basic way. From the moment I met her, I knew I'd always have her back." But the part that really hit, Taylor added, "I can forgive people who've hurt me, but I don't know if I could forgive someone who hurt her." Translation: Justin, she's talking about you. Selena's love for Taylor runs just as deep. She shared that Taylor has literally flown in to be by her side during painful moments, family drama, heartbreak, the whole mess. "She's shown up for me in ways I never expected," Selena said, calling her one of the best friends in the world. That's not just friendship, that's ride or die energy. Now imagine being out to dinner and seeing Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez across the room. One TikToker joked about what that must be like, and it went viral. People were saying the vibe would be all giggles, sass, and deep emotional talks over fancy cocktails, but then, random twist, a comment popped up saying, "They're both gorgeous, but I'm getting a headache just looking at Selena's hair." Somebody really came for her tight ponytail. And listen, anyone who's worn one of those slicked back styles knows they hurt. Even a loose pony can be a headache. Selena didn't clap back. She's unbothered. But every girl out there who's tried to rock that look, they felt that pain. Beauty is struggle, and sometimes the sleek look ain't worth the throb. One fan dropped a wild take, saying they wished Selena and Taylor would swap outfits, claiming they'd both slay in each other's styles. And honestly, that would have been a whole moment. Imagine Taylor in Selena's soft glam looks, and Selena rocking one of Taylor's bold red carpet numbers. Iconic. But of course, the comment section couldn't stay cute for long. Someone else chimed in claiming Selena's had so much work done on her face. And like, what? No shade? But what exactly are they even talking about? Maybe a slight shift in how she speaks, but that's more likely linked to health stuff. People love to reach with zero facts. Then someone else got spicy, writing, "The temperature of tea at that dinner must have been boiling." And they're not wrong. Between Taylor, Selena, and all the headline chaos lately, that table had plenty to dish. From Blake Lively to Hailey, Justin, and Scooter Braun, that conversation was not dry. Just imagine the tea flying over appetizers. Somebody on Instagram said, "I usually love Taylor's street style, but this outfit? So unflattering." And just like that, the pregnancy rumors started flying. Fans are already speculating she might be expecting with Travis Kelce. And if that ever happens, yeah, it's giving American royal baby energy for real. But let's shift gears. What do y'all think about Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are they endgame or just in their honeymoon bubble? And the first dance thing, are you cool with them skipping it, or do you feel like it's missing that classic wedding vibe? Also, Taco Bell at the wedding? Would you be here for that or totally grossed out? I mean, knowing them, they might just pull up with a full-blown Taco Bell truck and rename it the Wedding Crunchwrap Supreme. No joke, Benny would totally do it. They could probably hire Mr. Bell himself, if he were real, and make it part of the show. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hit that like, smash that subscribe, drop a comment, and share this video with your people. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Some folks are dragging Taylor's latest street look, saying it's way off her usual game. And of course, that sparked the pregnancy rumors. People are already whispering that she might be expecting with Travis Kelce. If that ever turns out true, it's definitely giving America's royal baby energy. But let's bring it back. What do you think about this whole Selena and Benny situation? Are they skipping the first dance out of shyness? Or is it just part of their non-traditional vibe? And be honest, would you eat Taco Bell at a wedding? Because with these two, don't be shocked if a whole Taco Bell kitchen shows up at the reception with custom wedding crunch wraps. They've got the money to turn fast food into fine dining real quick. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think they're the real deal or just giving PR perfect romance? Would you show up to a Selena x Benny wedding with hot sauce in your purse? Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share this video with someone who lives for this drama. I'll see you on the next one.